Okay, so I promised some folks at my church that I would start making some videos about doing the lead on some of the songs we do, and so just to keep up that promise, I've finally gotten moved in somewhere in a nondescript location in West Texas. Today we'll be doing the lead for At the Cross by Chris Tomlin, specifically the Passion version. I believe he does it in G live. It starts off on an E minor chord, so there you go. If you're having trouble finding it, there we are. Some of the effects that are used are pretty much a dotted eighth delay, which is at 72 beats per minute. Just bring your presence up a little bit to where you think it needs to be, as well as reverb and a little bit of drive. So I'm going to show you the lead on how I do it. It might not be the exact version, but it's pretty darn close. If you go try to find Passion versions online, you'll notice that there's small variations within it when it comes to the bridge area as far as the guitar does. But I'll show you my adaptation to it, and it fits really well. First of all, let's go ahead and start off with that first verse, to where when it starts off, it's kind of the intro as well, is that I start off, let's see if we can get it here, with my pinky on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, right? And then I go to the 5th fret and 7th fret of your E string. So it starts off. Then from there we go to the G, to where we go to the 7th fret. Okay, we're going to just turn it this way. Alright. 5th fret of the G, then to the 5th, no, that's the 7th fret, then to the 5th fret of the B, 7th fret. So all together that sounds like thing you can do with that is I typically kind of split my single coils up front between the two as far as the tones control goes, and I repeat that riff, and then when it comes to basically that pre-chorus, we start off on the 10th fret. I kick this tone control as far as the pickup selector all the way back to my humbucker. So you start off on the 10th of the E, then you go to the 10th of the B. Then we stay on that, then we go to the 10th of the E, back to the 8th of the B. Go to the chorus, where we start off on the 5th of the G to the 3rd of the E. Then you slide that down, 7th of the G and 7th of the E. Then you pick up your finger to the 5th of the E, keeping your ring finger in the same spot. 8th of the E. Now on their version, they just pretty much hit right into it. How I play it, I kind of drag out that first bass note where it's dramatic effect, and plus it helps me keep the time. Then from there we go pretty much back into the same verse pattern we did, except then I typically kick on my overdrive. Same thing, I split it as far as the pickups are concerned. Then on the second round through on that, I change it up according to what they do on some of the live Passion versions, where I actually go down to the 10th, 12th, and 14th fret of your small E string. So going back through again. Back to our pre-chorus riff. Then of course back into our regular verse lead. And so on. Now we get to the bridge. This is my own little variation, and it varies every time they do a live version. So I'll start off on the 8th of the B, and then I will go to the 7th of the B, but I'll hold it and do a little bit of vibrato with my finger. So then from there I go to the 9th of the G. Alright, then we pick off from that 8th. To the 7th of the B, to the 7th of the G. Then I go to the 10th of the B, and then I slide down into the 15th on that same string. Then we'll start off on the 15th. We do this little runs. The 15th, the 14th, and the 13th of the high E string. To the 15th of the B, to the 12th. Back to the 15th again. Then I come to the 14th of the G. And then bend at the end, so altogether it's part, it's very simple, but it's just getting used to the slide of it. So we do this double harmonic, where we go ahead and start off with our 8th fret on the B string, and then since this is double harmonic, we find the, so that would actually be a G. Alright, so it means we find our G, which is back up here, right on our D string on the 5th fret. Okay, so we're making this nice double harmonic run this entire time. Go from here down to the 15th. Now let's see, I think they come back up to the 10th as far as the pinky is concerned. Actually it's the 12th, my bad. So we come back to the 12th, alright? Back to the 15th. Now you can practice this by maybe just starting off with that one pinky, or I'd encourage the pinky because it really helps with that double harmonic slide. Whenever you go into it, gives it a real big sound. times, and when it comes to the end of it, you actually end on that G double harmonic. Now, if sliding back and forth feels a little bit uncomfortable to you, we can actually hit a lot of those notes just on these two strings right in here, and just keep it all in one area. So it's 8, 10 of the E, then also 10 of the B. Oops. Okay, never mind. So it's 8th of the B, 10th of the E, back to the 7th E. 10th of the E, 10th of the, to the 10th of the E, to the 8th of the E. Alright? So, 8B, 10E, 7E, 10E, 10B, 10E, 8E. So, all together. So that's if you're just new to it and not comfortable with the rest of it, is you stay all in one spot. But if you get used to it, we can either start practicing with that one pinky going on the slide, or from that it's very easy to transition into just that big double harmonic slide. That out at the end and makes it real quiet, you can go back through, just turn your drive off, warm up your tone by switching your pickup selector to basically a bridge position, or in this case a kind of a split between a bridge and middle pickup, just depends on what kind of guitar you have, and we can repeat that just on those two strings again, or even sliding up and down, but just really nice and soft. Okay. So, hopefully this lesson was helpful. Let's just try to get it nice and short and cut down clean to just really the bits and pieces of it. I think some people on YouTube may go and find maybe just play along to show what they're doing, but sometimes if you're not familiar with the hand positions, it can make it a little bit difficult. But hopefully it was helpful to everybody for this song. Have a nice day. Signing out.